me a favor. Get on your feet and give it up for Rob Gill.
Horns and they give me a little.
Yeah.
Now, just 1 second. Just 1 second. I have one little parting piece of advice. Rob isn't going to be up here not for 9 hours talking about life insurance. I understand that your threshold's about 25 minutes. And for some of you, it's even less than that. Listen up. Rob's going to talk to you about something different that sounds like something you've heard about before. So I need you to listen extra carefully. Can you do that? Yes. And Rob, because I know we're talking about banking, it's really important, and the whole money movement game of life.
Yep.
If you find any one of the, if one of these people,
I'll take him outside.
No, we have, not like last time. No, not like last time. Rob, I created something new so that you don't have to take people outside.
Okay.
I
tried to do that last time. I couldn't figure it out.
Okay, well, so I know that you've been trained. Don't push the red button. But in this room, we are entrepreneurs, which means that we break every rule we can. So, Rob,
yes.
Let's just see if it's working. Rob, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're out for blood. Come out to play.
Let's give it up for Chris Crone. Everybody here that made it possible, everybody in the back, everybody on social media, give it up. I love the energy. Please keep up the energy because I will match. Plus, if you give me good energy, I'll give it back to you. I promise when you leave today, you'll leave with more information than you had when you came in. And yes, life insurance is boring as shit. So we're going to keep it simple. But we do want to clap it up for a single-digit ROI. Clap it up for a single-digit ROI. Louder. Louder. Because if you master that first, everything else becomes easy. And it starts to conspire in your favor, right? So long before I had an opportunity to hang out with Chris Crone in Ukraine and be on this stage, there was a lot more days where people really didn't care what I had to say. I've had the fortune of living two lives, one of self-imprisonment and one of being sober. I've been sober since July 1996. Hold on 1 second. All right. Oh, we got ahead of ourselves. All right. So because of that, I've learned all the things to do wrong. I've mastered that, right? And then along the way, I figured out a couple of things to do right. And it's in that space is where the acceleration happens. So a lot of times I like to talk about how can we turn decades into days, right? How can you stand on shoulders of folks that have been there, done that, and have a top 5 of folks that coach, mentor, guide you, but they're proven winners, right? They have to be established in what they do at the highest level. So if you're in a sales training program and your sales trainer is at best suboptimal, you want to run away as fast as you can. Has that ever happened to anybody before? Because I know it's happened to me. Yep. And then Jay Bilstein came into my life. So I think that what's important to understand, everybody's here to learn. I love Emotional Intelligence Day. Yesterday, I love that day, and you're going to get so much more information over the next 2 and 3 days. But what are you going to do on Monday? Who are you going to call? What are your action steps? Are you starting to text people that work with you, right, that are part of your team to start planning out the next couple of steps? I think it's important to understand that because you're going to have all kinds of endorphin hits. Everybody's excited. We love each other, right? And if you go home and try and tell somebody about what happened, they're going to look at you like you're crazy because they're not here for the 40 hours that you're here. So be comfortable and be confident in what you're doing because we're in a recession right now and the world changed. And no one got a calamity bell warning. It just happened. Today, I'm not going to give you any investment recommendations. I'm going to provide education. Epic Financial Strategies is the brand. Epic Insurance is one division. Epic Wealth is the other division. Today we're going to get into education. A little bit about my background. Like I said, I got sober in 1996, and yep. My name is Rob. I'm alcoholic. No, this isn't the right meeting. Sorry about that. So, I think when I look at my journey, I grew up in not only a neighborhood of a scarce money mindset, but a household. And we ran out of money. I talk about this often, the 20th of every month. And my dad always blamed my mom when we ran out of money, too. It was the craziest thing. He worked 3 jobs. She was a domestic engineer. All the ladies that are domestic engineers and entrepreneurs, let me give a shout out. Because the hardest job is a domestic engineer. Let's face it. Believe me. And I can't say from experience, but I'm just saying, like, believe me, it's the hardest job out there. So, right, ladies? How hard is it? Yeah. So, along the way, I learned, because I was the youngest of 4, and between me and the next youngest was 8 years, to always put a smile on my face, because I didn't want to be part of the disruption, right? I wanted to make everybody happy. So I had older brothers, and one older brother, two older sisters that would always tell me what to do as well. And they all went to one grammar school, but I went to a different grammar school. They were closer in age, but I was on my own. In Bayonne, where I grew up, the kids typically had to be home when the street lights went on. I used to fake it. I didn't have to come home. So I would act like I had to go home, right? And I remember thinking, like, at that point in my life, like, how come they're not telling me to do my homework? You know, how come I could eat sugar pops for dinner if I want, you know? And I think it's because my parents at that point had checked out. They loved me, but, you know, they had been there, done that. I'm not going to say a mistake. I was a great mistake, but I'm saying, like, they didn't plan on me along the way. And because of that upbringing and because of that background, if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be here today. You know, the adversity that was created in my life, and one of my mentors says adversity is life's gymnasium. If I didn't have that, there's no way I'd be here today. And my only saving grace in my early years was basketball. I played basketball. That's right. Yes. What's up, Ernesto? So I played basketball. I was fortunate enough to be around a very elite basketball family whose brother married my sister. So proximity is power. Have we heard about proximity being power, right? Proximity for me, Rob Gill, was Bob Hurley, the coach of St. Anthony's, the greatest high school basketball coach in history. That's not like that's a fact. The greatest high school basketball coach in history. He won, just so we're clear, 5 high school national championships, had 142 Division I scholarships, 7 first-round NBA draft picks in a school that had maybe 300 people. His son, Bob Jr., who coaches Arizona State's my age, his other son, Danny, coaches UConn. So when I was 8 years old, they were just wiping me up all over the place. But because I ran in that circle, I naturally got better, right? So if everybody here hung out with each other, you would get better. My mistake then was I didn't work on the sensory acuity. I didn't work on the specifics. I didn't do the little things that really have accelerated me, that I now do in business. But because I was around all that, real quick, just want to talk about when I learned what my special secret sauce was, which was being able to communicate and being a level 5 listener. I've been able to build 3 different 7-figure businesses. Didn't graduate college. Yep, give it up. So my journey, which I'll get into, started right here with Sean Callaghy, who introduced me to this man, Chris Crone, who literally not only changed Epic's trajectory, but turned the insurance industry upside down from a marketing standpoint. He pioneered something that wasn't happening. Along the way, I became partners with David Meltzer, and I've picked up other partnerships along the way. And it's because of understanding congruency, communication, listening, showing up. Show up, I just said it. You guys.
'Cause we could be
By the way, that was an accident. I swear to God, it was an accident because I like to do that, but that wasn't by design. So along the way, I was able to not but arrive. And because of that, good things began to happen. I began to listen even more, watch, model, mirror, match, plus, right? So if someone's working 10 hours, I want to do 10 hours in 1 minute, right? Match, plus. And along the way, you begin to learn that this whole game is about relationship capital. It's about investing in the real estate between your ears. Entrepreneurs work on a different beat. They have their own lane. They don't play by the rules, right? We don't play by the rules. We're all crazy people right here, right now, for a reason. The frequency is connected. Can you imagine compounding your frequency and energy? I heard David Meltzer say that. I had no idea what he was talking about, but it sounds real good, and I like to use it. Who wants to compound frequency and energy? I don't know how to show you how to do it, but I'll say it. So if we look at the world right now, right, America's credit card has a debt of $31 trillion. They're going to raise it a little bit so they could borrow more money. We know that interest rates went from 3 to 7%. Real estate is down. Food prices up. Savings accounts down. Market shaky. Credit card debt up, right? So that's the world we live in now. And I think when I look and I talk to people, I think the biggest thing that people want is really freedom, right? To do what they want, when they want, with who they want, how they want. And that's what we call independent wealth, financial freedom, to be able to make the choices that you want to be able to make without time constraints and without any kind of money constraints. Now, that could be different for each person. And the beautiful thing is, whenever we do planning, it's not going to be cookie cutter. It's going to be specific to who you are. So the reason, in my opinion, why it's not happening is because of all this financial noise, all this chaos, all this confusion, all these different opinions, right? You have an accountant that gives you an opinion. You have a financial planner that gives you an opinion. You have a fiduciary, an insurance agent. Everybody gives you a different opinion. And if these opinions aren't matching, you get to be really confused and you don't know what to do. And then you have what I like to call a junk drawer of financial planning, right? Can anyone relate to that? Have you guys and gals bought a bunch of different products from a bunch of different people based on a bunch of different opinions and none of it makes sense? Yes, right? So social media, listen, TikTok a year and a half ago, kryptonites, Bitcoin, AMC, all that. People were selling out everything to put into Bitcoin or one of those coins. I'm not saying they're bad, but when you're changing everything just to do it, you got to do a checkup for the neck up. Anyway, that reminded me of March of 2000. You like that? You like that? I got more for you. So we live in a game. The corporations, the financial institutions, the government, the banks, they want your money. They want it on a regular and ongoing basis. They're going to hold it for as long as they can. You know, they're going to tell you, folks, you can see that over there, folks, buy term, invest the difference, put it in a 401k, right? These are stagnant products. You may or may not get Social Security, savings under the mattress. There was somebody the other day that said, oh, we're getting 3% in our money market. And I was like, yeah, but inflation's at 6.5%. So people don't understand, and money is complicated. It has an energy, it could be sticky. People don't like to talk about it. It's intimate. It either makes you a better version or a worse version of yourself based on what the money looks like and your mindset. And along the way, what begins to happen if you're not right, if you didn't do a checkup for the neck up, what'll happen is you'll make bad decisions. But this person, Mrs. Entrepreneur or Miss Entrepreneur, invest in business, real estate, ecosystem merger. There it is, ecosystem merger, consult for equity, and keep your money in motion, right? If you could keep your money in motion with proper investment strategies, you will stay ahead of inflation, you will stay ahead of taxes, lost opportunity cost, and all of the other wealth eroding factors that are out there. If we look at what a lost opportunity cost is, I'll keep it simple. Every time you pay interest on a credit card, that's a lost opportunity cost. Every time you pay money to the government in taxes, that's a lost opportunity cost. If you could recover the lost opportunity cost and earn a rate of return on that money, you flip the script. And it's about how do you do that systematically. It's not going to happen overnight. There's no overnight success here, right? It's a strategy, mindset, and a system of thinking. So when we look at lost opportunity cost, it's going to bring me right to inflation. Now here's a really cool diagram of cash value life insurance. Take a picture if you want, folks. This is a good one, because I don't have it in the book. So what you see here is the cash value life insurance plan, which is overfunded, right? And then when you borrow, let's say if you want to buy real estate. So why do you folks like real estate? Because you get 4 different rates of return: cash flow, mortgage interest write-off, depreciation, and then you expect it to be higher later on when you sell it. But if you run the money through the insurance first, you're going to pick up that guarantee and the dividend. And then if you have your renter pay back the policy, then you get a 7th rate of return, right? Say that again. Loud. Loud. Say it loud and proud. She said golden nugget. She said, no, not yet. All right. So now, as you really work into the space of all the different things that you learn here, you're going to have a chance to buy other businesses, consult for equity with no money out of pocket. You know, I was sitting down with a couple of folks, and they're like, yeah, you could buy this business and someone else is going to pay for it. What? Will, tell me more, Will. Where you at? I know Will's in here somewhere. So as you become an expert, you could finance how you make your car payments. You know, so if I bought a car today, and if it's $50,000, and if I financed it for 5 years, it's going to cost me $60,000, right? Just I'm giving simple math right now. The car is going to be worth 30 though after 5 years. So not only did it cost me the interest, but it's worth less. But if you ran it through your own life insurance bank, the car's still going to be worth 30, but that 60 is going to be in your world still earning a rate of return instead of Honda or Ford. So think about that, right? Let that play a little bit, because even after 5 years, it's still earning a rate of return in year 6 through 10. So you want to move money in and out, and whether you're going to finance your own debt, buy businesses, consult. If anyone in here is into social media and are really good at it, it's a great place to put money in and out of there. Because if you know what your income is based on what you put out there, it becomes a way of moving money in and out while earning a rate of return through the insurance. And last but not least, taxes, which is one of the worst wealth eroding factors that's out there today. And it's a scam, and it's a game, and it's, you know, W-2 versus 1099, LLC, S Corp, C Corp. Understanding you don't want just an accountant, you want a tax strategist, a data managing lunatic that could look at your stuff daily, cost segregation expert. Think about what I'm saying. You get that in your world, believe me, the game's going to change real quick. So a lot of times we'll come across business owners or folks that have, you know, they're making really good money. So think far beyond the 401k, which is 18 grand, 23 if you're over 50. But folks may want to put 50, 100, or 200 grand away for the write-off. A lot of doctor groups do this with us, a lot of high-level entrepreneurs. And in this space, here's the, you know, the limitations on what you can contribute from 23 verse 22 in a typical IRA, 401k, 403b, right? Now, if I fast forward to some advanced planning, which would be a pension plan, a profit sharing plan, you could store more money in there. This is not become your own bank. So this is for the entrepreneur that's in here that's killing it, that wants to play on both sides, right? Now, the way we do our pension plans, not only do you get the write-off, but you get a guarantee with a fixed, defined monthly benefit in retirement. So you're not dealing with any drama. So that's for the business owner, and that's a way of avoiding taxes properly, although you can't play the leverage game off of that. What you need is a financial freedom map. You need to understand, you know, everyone knows where they want to be when they're older, right? But you have to be honest about where you are today. And that requires questions that are painful, right? That requires being around people that may tell you things you don't like. but you have to trust. If you trust them, you got to trust them. If that makes any sense, right? So if I'm here and I want to get to Mr. Blue, I don't want to be on back roads. I don't want to be on stop signs and potholes. I want to be on the highway in my own lane. Don't go out of your own lane. If you go in somebody else's lane, you're going to crash. When you stay in your own lane, there's no traffic at all, I promise. And what you want to be able to do, because I hear a lot of people in my industry, they talk about holding everybody accountable. Okay, I'll play. I'll be your Huckleberry. How do you do it? How are you going to hold it? Mr. Insurance or Mrs. Insurance Agent, how are you going to hold people accountable? What's the proof? What does it look like? So we solved for that. One of the things we always say is we will work with any one of your planners, provided they're willing to come when the lights are bright. Monday Night Football, Final Four, Super Bowl, you can't hide because all the data is on one page. You don't have to let us work with your money, but if you want us to help you, it's important that we understand where everything is at. And this is called accountability. It's called the Epic Wealth Builder. And what this does is, let's say if somebody has a 401k, an IRA, and a brokerage account with 3 different people, this shows the breakdown in one aggregated model, the level of risk you're taking from one person to the next. You know, are you properly diversified within those asset classes or within that asset? Do you understand what your fees are, right? So this updates like every 30 minutes each day because it's tied to the financial institutions, your credit card, your mortgages, everything you can think of. And then it also has the online vault, which is where all the planners could be, right? This is the round table. This is your Rockefeller round table where all your planners have to get on the same page and meet with you on a quarterly basis. Does anybody in here have that right now? You do? Excellent. Awesome. So, and this is typical, like the percentage-wise. And the reason why you don't have it is because no one cares. I promise you. They just want to sell you products. But when you find the team that's going to fight for you and be annoying and be able to show you this stuff, we're not annoying, but you know, whatever. If you have that team, this becomes the greatest life raft that you could ever have. And by the way, folks that I'm working with, they'll be up here in a couple of minutes. They are high-stepping through this recession. Who knows what a high step is? Do you ever see like an interception in football and a guy high steps into the end zone? That's what we do. We're high stepping into the end zone during a recession. So last but not least on the Epic Wealth Builder, this is a part of the program that allows you to stress test maybe some decision you want to make, some investments you want to do, and you can figure out if it makes sense or not. And you always want to make sure that you really look at numbers, and when you start putting in the calculations, always go with conservative rates of return. Never go like exogenous numbers that may not ever happen. But it's important you understand what your rate of return is going to give you from a fee standpoint, tax standpoint, lost opportunity cost standpoint. That's what this measures. So for anyone that's really interested in sitting down with one of these folks that are all back there, the Epic folks, please pull out your phone. Now, I told somebody the other day to take a picture. You don't take a picture, you got to hold it, Ernesto. You got to hold it, and like some yellow stuff will pop up. And then I think you click it, pretty sure. So please, everybody do that. No obligation on your part. It's a free consult, worth your time and effort. I promise you that right now. I'll keep it up there. There's still more to do, though. Yo, what's up? What's going on back here? Hey, come on up. I'm doing pretty good. Come on up. No, come on up. It's my... So we're on the...
Can I just record that for when I wake up in the morning? Like,
you want to take it from
nice.
there?
Well, yeah. Well, guys, has Rob been doing amazing or what? And I have to tell you, I was so, in the beginnings of this, so confused by like, how does life insurance give me ROI? I couldn't wrap my head around it. And then beyond that, how do they do it for free? And then they said, free, that means I have to pay an onboarding cost, right? No. free, that means I have to pay when the phlebotomist comes and gets my blood for the physical, right? No, it's free. And the only input you're getting is the only money you'll send is the money that you're moving from your savings account from the bank into the life insurance bank account. Is this making sense? I'm explaining for the people that were like me and said there's got to be some asterisk next to the free, subject to terms and conditions. No, it's nothing like that. This is free 99. So what I want you to do is pull out your phones. Everyone that has a phone in their pocket, pull it out right now. Reach down in your pocket. If it's in your backpack, wherever. Yes, thank you. Show it to me. Pull out your phones right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm checking my texts.
Everybody. Rob's checking. He's like, I'm really scanning it. I'm just checking. Okay, scan this QR code right now. Pull out your phones. I'm serious, guys. Even if you don't end up with a life insurance bank account, you should find out about this. So pull it out, scan this QR code right now, and we're going to fill out this form together. So open up the camera on your phone, hover over that, and it's going to say open in Chrome or open in Safari. If it says open in Safari, we will have a different conversation later because Chrome is superior. Anyway, open in Chrome or Safari, whatever the browser it brings you up to, and it's going to open up this page. This page right here, you're going to put your first name, your last name, and your phone. Do that right now. We're going to wait till everyone has a chance to fill this out right here, right now. Because, the Jeopardy music. Rob's team is going to get a hold of you after this event and walk you through this process and set everything up for you. There's no reason why anybody shouldn't be doing this. Carte blanche, period. While you're filling that out, I have a couple of people that I would love to. You did it! You're incredible! Oh my gosh. I just want that all the time. Can I have a
Can we
soundtrack
give it up?
of my
Marianne
life?
just had a baby like 6 weeks ago. Can we talk? Get up! Show up for Marianne. Show up! Get up!
Stop it.
Damn!
Thank you. That's what I needed at the hospital, Rob.
Hot sauce.
Like
What?
as soon as he's out, yeah! You know, that would have been cool.
Should have FaceTimed me.
Robbie's here. Oh, I was a mess.
It's okay.
I was a hot mess. Okay, fill this out. So we have a couple people. Sarah, we've got Josh Poulter.
Yep.
Are you in the room?
So-
Josh, come
yeah.
on up.
What's up,
Come on
Josh?
up. Come on up. Give him a round of applause. Yeah.
What's up, brother?
And then we've got Will Hindenburg.
Will
Hindenburg and
Will
Will
the Thrill.
Martinez. Will Martinez, come on up here. Come on up here.
Will
Thank you so
Martinez
much.
and Will the Thrill.
Give him a round of applause. Give him a round of
Big
applause.
Daddy. How you doing? Good to see you.
And these are a couple of guys that have just jumped into this thing. And then I remember what Chris said. If I need to get from New York, thank you. Welcome up. Give him a round of applause.
Yeah, Will. Big pun.
If you need to get from California to New York, and you know when you get there, there's $3.1 million, how fast do you want to get there?
Fast.
As fast as you possibly
Hell yes.
can. As fast as you possibly can, utilizing multiple ROIs, single digit, double digit. Exactly. You'll get there as fast as possible. And this is a beautiful way to take the same dollar, give it a single digit ROI, and then grab that dollar and put it in a double digit ROI machine. This is the magic formula. So real quick, guys, like sub 10 seconds, how easy was this?
Oh, very easy.
Oh, red mic up, please.
Mic 'em up.
There we go. Give us your name real quick.
Hi, I'm Josh.
Hey, Josh.
It was incredibly easy. Well, we partnered with Epic, and they've walked us through the entire process.
Awesome. And the phlebotomist came over. You didn't have to make the appointments or
No,
anything?
no
They just-
appointments. They came to our house, and yeah, it was very
Who
simple.
came
They
to your
coordinated
house?
everything.
Who came to? Oh, the nurse.
Yeah, the nurse.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, no, it wasn't you.
I thought David Harder came to your house. Sorry about that.
He's welcome anytime.
Awesome. Will, let's head over to you. How long ago did you get into your policy?
I started the process about 4.5 months ago.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Yes, and we got it finished in December.
Nice.
Simple,
Very cool.
painless, but a lot more. I got a lot more than an insurance policy. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. What was the biggest benefit for you?
Talk about it.
Education, clarity, and I have a purpose going forward now. Those are the.
So that's a big deal. Thank you, Will.
Actually,
Let's come over
and Will is becoming a business partner of ours as well. Just
Oh,
so you
nice.
know.
Very cool. All right, let's head over to this Will. Name does not have to be Will to do this. Okay.
Yes,
so,
but it's Will.
Will, and I don't know if you've taken advantage of this part of what Epic has to offer with the whole financial dashboard and having all of your investments in one place or not, but what is the biggest takeaway for you?
From Epic in general, it's just the diversification of streams of income.
Good.
So for me, it's put it in a life insurance policy first, and then start putting it in diversification, like real estate, business, mergers and acquisitions, and take that diversification and use that, put it right back into life insurance so you can do it all over again.
Beautiful.
It's a cycle of just the money flow.
The wealth
Money
cycle.
flow.
Yep.
Guys, give it up for our amazing human beings up here. Round of applause. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Everybody, thank you so much for giving me the time to share this story. Just remember, you have this time right now to take the next step as you step out of here Monday of next week and begin your journey. It's important you do really implement these strategies, and this information is incredible, but it's what you do with it next and get it into your nervous system, out of your head, into your heart, into your nervous system, so things begin to congruently come to you and you get an automatic pilot mindset. And that's where you want to be. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Gill.